Hello everyone, welcome to Analysistrends. This is the second time we are creating a video on the case studies. So we have updated our platform, we have enhanced the UI so that you can look and feel better when you actually try to solve any case studies. So in the previous video, we have talked about the launch about the case studies simulation platform, but now we are bringing up more and more case studies based on the level you are. If you're not sure which level you are currently, you can take a simple assessment. You can click on Start Assessment here and try and see what is the level you want to choose for. But initially, we have given free case studies for you to solve with respect to the level you are. It might be intermediate, advanced, or beginner. And in this session, we're going to start solving one simple case study, which will actually help you to understand how to use this platform and how progressively you can work and solve the case studies. So let me start with one simple case study here, which is basically a hotel booking experience redesign. Now, what I see here is I'll try to explain you in a way that I understand, and we both can solve this particular case study together and see how it works. So there's a company or there's a hotel called Staywell, is a mid-size hotel chain with 75 properties, okay, and they have 2 million annual revenue. I mean, sorry, not revenue, the visitors that they come on the website. So they're booking the abandonment, the abandoned rate for some is 72%. So what are usually happening here is the booking is happening, but the booking is getting abandoned or cancelled, and which is basically 72%, significantly higher than industry average, which is 50%. So customers frequently complain about the complex room selection, hidden fees, and confusing cancellation policies. So the customer is actually trying to go and book the rooms at the hotel, but the process is not correctly aligned. There is some complexity in room selection. There is some hidden fees which has not been shown initially, and confusing cancellation policies. So the company is losing revenue to online travel agencies which charge 15 to 25% commission. So management has allocated 80K and 3 months to redesign the booking experience. So successfully measured based on reducing the booking abandonment to below 55% and increasing direct booking by 20%. So we are trying to reduce the abandonment percentage and trying to increase the booking percentage. So there are some objectives, some KPIs that we need to be keeping uh, ahead in order to solve this case study. So identify the friction point in booking flow, simplify room selection and pricing transparency, balance business goal with guest experience, and complete effectively with third-party booking platform. So in this case study, our main agenda is to redesign in a way that customers try to book and they do not see any complexity while they're booking. So let me click on Start Simulation, and as a user, you can still log in. So let me log in with my existing account. So let me put something called, or I can do a normal login as a new user as well. So let me try something called new user, and I'm trying it for very first time. So let me put analysis friend at the rate et.com, and let me put the password. Okay, sign up. So as a new user, you can do a sign up, and as soon as you sign, you see the account is created and you're logged in now, and you can click on start simulation again so that you can start your journey. So this UI, this interface will actually help you to understand what is your progress on the case study. How well are you solving the case study? What decisions are actually helping you to make the case study more interesting? And depending on the input you give, depending on the answers you solve, the percentages of the stakeholder trust, the risk, and the quality increases. And also, it will tell you how the solution quality is. And there are the key insights that we need to track, like stakeholder trust, risk management, and decision making. So this is the whole interface. Here at the top, you got a case study reference where you can go back and see the whole case study again, whatever we were discussing. And then you have the actual first question coming in. There are 5 tasks in this, and you see that the first thing what you see at the top is your case study title, which is at beginner level. It automatically save your progress, and your total progress currently is 0%. And there are like 5 tasks in this case study I need to solve, and then this is the first task. Now here, this is the first task that I need to understand the booking journey mapping. And I also have a show hint which I can show you later. But the question is to create a flow chart showing the current hotel booking process to identify the pain point. So currently we need to show the actual flow that we need to understand. So complete the hotel booking journey flowchart. Initial steps are provided. So there are few steps already provided that is given by the system, so we need to continue doing the other steps. If I go to hint, so it says you some guidance that can help you to complete your task successfully. So the complete to complete the flow, the search hotel, select property, choose room, enter details, payment, confirmation. So these are the existing process, existing flows that a current system have. So let us try and build the same thing. So it was a search hotel. So the user will come on the platform, he will search the hotel, he will select the property, he will definitely choose the room, enter the details and make the payment. So let me try and add the other things. So let me just select one simple thing called a rectangle here and put a text there. So the text here can be select room. So here selecting room is next one. So select room and I can click on select room. I can exit the full screen. I can still see that. The next is to have, I mean, if it was a choose room instead of select room, I can edit that. Enter details and payments. So enter details is basically you're giving your input. So let me delete this and add choose room. And then let me put one more arrow and I can rotate the arrow here and I can put enter details. Now, as you are solving the beginner case study, it is very important that the basic steps are defined in the hint. And this is just for the beginner purpose. In the future, in when you go with advanced or intermediate level, this will become more challenging. And then finally is the confirmation. So let me move this out. Mm, okay, so enter details is here. And let me select this one bottom and let me put this here, put this here, and select this arrow mark and move this up a little bit. Sorry, my mouse is not that great. So let me put one more and put as confirmation. Okay, and let me bring this up here. Let me put one more arrow best. This is confirmation. Okay, so you see the select hotel property, searching hotel, selecting a property, choosing the room, entering detail, and finally you're confirming whether what is the confirmation that we are actually doing. And let me submit the diagram. So based on the answer I've given, my progress have been moved, and I see I have scored, I've completed my 20%. And you see the deadlines, the project is on time, and I see that based on the decision I've given, my project is not delayed. My customer trust have significantly increased by 10% from previous. My risk have been reduced by 5%, and my quality of the particular solution have been increased by 15% based on the answer I've given from the last input. And you see my one out of one answer were correct. Like from the first question, my first answer was right. Now I'm landing on the second question, which is task 2 out of 5. It will show you that there is a requirement gathering here that I need to work on. The marketing director is pushing to quick changes, but you need a proper analysis first. So there is a marketing director who's asking you for pushing changes, but you need a proper analysis first. So marketing team wants to copy booking.com's interface immediately. So there is a competitor called bookings.com and they want to copy the whole UI from there. What should be your first step as a business analyst? Start redesigning based on the competitor best practice right away, or analyze booking fundamental funnel data, conduct user stories, user testings, identifying specific the abandoned points before proposing solutions, implement all features from top OTA platforms, and survey hotel staff. So according to me, the best answer would be as a BA, you will not start directly redesigning the competitors right away. You cannot implement all the features from OTA platform to match their experience uh, directly. And you cannot, I mean, it will be not good for us to do a survey about and think what guest wants. The best is to analyze the booking funnel data first and then conduct user testings and identify specific abandonment points before proposing the solution. So this is the best thing you can do as a BA, right? So my answer was correct. You see the percentage increased of trust is 15% from the previous. Uh, from previous, I have reduced 5, that have reduced more 10. So my risk is 35% currently, and my quality has significantly increased by 20%. And my overall solution quality is excellent as for now, based on the situation I am. Now here there are some other thing called stakeholder mapping as a third task. So various stakeholders have different interest in booking redesign. So every stakeholder here has a different mindset behind how this redesigning should be happening. So prioritize them based on their power and influence. So CEO have a high power, high interest. Hotel guests have high interest and have low power but have high interest. Revenue have high power and medium interest. IT team have medium power and medium interest. A front end desk task have low power and low interest. So basically, CEO is the first person. The hotel guests are the second because they have a high interest but low power, but they have high power. So here we can do one thing. Here we can replace this revenue management and hotel guest as third, and then the interest is high there. Whereas the interest is medium. So I would rather prefer hotel guest to be third, which is right. But with respect to power and interest grid, I need to make sure that. So if I can use hint, the hint will tell you that highest priority is for CEO and guests. So let me put the CEO and guest as first and second, and then revenue as third, and IT team is definitely fourth, and then front office, which is low power, low interest, as fifth, and submit. You see, significantly, my trust have been increased by 20%, but the risk has not been reduced. Risk is still 0%. There is no change in the risk from the previous decision I have taken, but quality significantly increased by more 10%. Okay, let's go further to fourth task. Now, conflict priorities is one of the tasks which a BA does. So, revenue management and marketing have opposite views. So, there are two stakeholders, revenue management and marketing team, have opposite views on pricing display strategy. Marketing team want to show the lowest possible base price upfront to attract clicks. Revenue management insists on showing full price, including all fees from the start to build the trust. Both approaches have merits. How do you handle this? See, our intention was to show all the hidden prices, but also to show the lowest possible price. So show base price, it increases clicks. But the guest will feel deceived by the fees later. He will be worried that why the hidden charges are coming in later. And the abandonment ratio still be huge by this decision. If I click on this show fully price only, it will say loses competitive edge and prices comparison sites. Traffic drops because there's a huge price shown. And then create confusion. Let users toggle between the views. This will actually create confusion. Users don't know which price is real. Okay. The best is to display total price, build the trust, and clear breakdown options to see base price transparency with flexibility. Slightly lower click through but higher conversion. Best of both the worlds. So this will actually solve the conflict resolution between both stakeholders parties, and that's how we can confirm the decision. And you see here, my trust has now increased to 5%, which is 100% now. The risk is basically reduced by 15%, which is 20% left, and my quality has increased by 5%, which is currently excellent. So all my 4 out of 4 answers are right for now. The last one I need to solve is success metrics. So in a given whole thing, our agenda or the main purpose was to reduce by significant 72% and bring it below 55%, right? So success metric is currently defined by what, and what is most critical success metrics in this project. Website traffic is one of the metrics, yes. Number of booking views per session is not that. Social media is not that. But this is the definite metrics that we need to basically solve and bring. And when I click on submit answer, so my final score is basically a 68 out of 70. And I score excellent performance in this particular thing. And as a user, as a free user, you can attempt 2 times a single case study to get the maximum marks out of it. This report will tell you for performance analysis here is 100% stakeholder management, 90% risk reduction, decision quality is 100%. So I'm doing good as a BA, as an initial beginner BA. My task by task result is see 13 points for the given flowchart because there are some like extra arrows and all those, which is fine. Requirement gathering was all right, stakeholder mapping was all right, conflicting priorities was all right, and success metrics was defined correctly. The key takeaways from this is here, which you can read it and understand it. Below, there is something that for you which will help you out for sure. First is download your report. Now, this PDF report will actually help you to know what is the actual detailed results for this, and you can download it and you can share it with anyone as well, because this will actually help you to understand how well have you done, and you can save it at your local as well whenever needed. So this particular performance report here will show you how your score was and your visualization thing, and then your correct answers, the points you scored, the competency, the strength you have, the recommendation skill development, and so on. In the same way, you can download the BRD for a given case study, and you'll get the high level BRD. The BRD doesn't have level here. It is always a same pattern for all the case studies, which will actually help you to understand uh, how best you can choose the BRD format. So this BRD document will download soon. We'll wait for that. And there's something for you interesting as certification of completion. I can show you that as well. So this is a BRD look and feel about hotel booking experience redesign, and you see your current situation, your problem area, your business objectives that you want to achieve, your in scope, out of scope thing, and your functional requirement, non-functional requirement, and then your timelines and approvals and the whole thing what you have been working for. Okay, so you can download this, you can play around with this. It's all free. And the last one is your download certification. Once I download the certification, I will able to open the certification. I can bring it up here, and this is how the certification would look like. Let me bring this up here. And this is how the certification would look like. Let me bring it up here, or I can share you definitely for sure how it will look like in the description. Cool. So that's all about this particular case study. I hope you liked it. So please go and explore and try to do other case studies as well. Thank you.